think it was we just had lunch, right? Everybody stand up where you are for a second. Stand up. Come on, stand up. Everybody stand up. You guys in the back, get out of the back, bro. Move up. You're making me walk all the way back there to you. Come on, man. Move up, move up, move up, move up, move up, move up. Good. For those on the way, don't let me move up. Everybody who's standing now, isn't this kind of weird? This is the first time there's been people been in the same room in about, what, 3 years? So, let's do something real strange. I want everybody to take your hands, put them right here. Can you see me? You can see me. Hands right here. Shake one like this. Now turn to your left. Your other left side. Yeah, left. Now, as you notice, there's a big gap between some of you and the people in front of you. I want you to walk across that gap, take these hands and place them on the shoulders of the person in front of you. Go ahead, walk across that gap. Go ahead, walk across. You just have to ask you that wasn't talking to. It's okay, walk across. You got your mask on. Walk across. Raise your hands on your shoulders. Now, listen to the directions very carefully without hurting anyone. I like you to shake the shoulders of the person coming. Wake them up a little bit. Come on, man. Just like that. Stop! Turn around and face the right. Right, I tell you put your hands in there. I tell you put your hands in there. Turn your hands on here, shake them. On the shoulders. Wake them up. Stop! Turn face forward. Facing forward. Take your hands on your own shoulder. Face forward. If you knew how simple you look, you would do this. Those in the back, thank you for moving up. Good. Now isn't that a trip? I just walked in the room, told a whole room full of people to walk across the room, reach out and touch somebody. First off, none of y'all were scared of COVID. Number two, none of y'all were scared of the person because of the way they looked or what they might be. Yeah, we're living in a nation right now that is so divided, so mean and nasty, that in other settings, I bet you I couldn't get people to touch a person, especially if the person in front of them happened to be a different color. So you need to give yourselves a big applause for at least recognizing the fact that we are all one people. Please. All one people who come together for a really good reason. We've all come together here for this conference because, like I said, Josh has been blowing this thing up and make us all understand the relevance and importance, scientific data behind this miracle plant that we all love so much. Before I go into detail about that, first of all, in this room, if you are a clinician, investigator, scientist working on campus, raise your hand. Matter of fact, don't raise your hand, stand up. And I want everybody seated today, give them a big round of applause. All of you are working on campus, who are you working on, sir?
Campus system.
Discipline, and you're working on it to improve the way we make it?
The overall program.
Okay, and what are you working on?
I am a healthcare professional that is working on a platform to become the WebMD of cannabis for the public, to educate the public.
And let's go over here because I know who you are. This is Tracy Ryan. Give her a big round of applause. Tracy has been I appreciate what Josh said, that I had been an advocate for cannabis long before this was voted. Let's get it straight. 22 years ago, when I stepped out and said, I'm using it, a lot of people ran to the door. I didn't get a lot of backing. I didn't get support like this. And now all of a sudden, in some cases, because so many people are looking at this as an opportunity to make so much money, now we got people who jumped aboard the bandwagon, but there are people out there like this lady who walks the walk, talks the talk, in it. If you don't know who Tracy is, Tracy, real quick, tell them who you are now.
I'm Tracy Ryan, the former founder of Canna Kids, mother to Sophie Ryan, and the new co-founder and chief communications officer of Incor Biotherapeutics.
She, along with this lady here, Dr. Julie, tell them who you are.
I'm Professor and Director of Tumor Immunology Laboratory at UCLA.
she's going to give a talk later on today. You got to make sure you go there at 4 o'clock to hear this, because I know, like me, a lot of you must be as sick as I am. Every time you hear another politician on TV say, well, if they just did some more research, I would support this if there was more research. The lies out in those faces, knowing that we have been funding research for cannabis for now 70 years. How much more research do we need? However, this doctor, along with Tracy, and because utilizing her daughter as basically a guinea pig, I'm saying that way, has figured out something that I don't know, where science garbage, so let me break a little science down to you. In February this year, out of Australia, doctors have now realized that certain combinations of CBD and THC have an effect on the replication of cancer cells, some of the most virulent cancer cells on the planet. I'm talking about pancreatic cancer. But this woman has been working on a real deal. Tell them a little bit, can you just give a little nutshell, make sure they just tease them, because you want to be there at 4 o'clock.
Yes. So we're looking at NK cells and how cannabis is affecting the NK cells.
And what are NK cells?
Natural killer cells. So these are the most important cells that fights cancer, basically. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And also, what we discovered was that these compounds are actually targeting cancer stem cells, which is very important, which is basically what NK cells do, target these aggressive cancers. And in addition to that, we found that cannabis also increases the function of NKs, which is amazing to me.
And